I'm Zach.
I'm Nika.
And we both work in the medical field. I'm in nursing school and she is going to be in med school eventually, hopefully, right?
Soon.
Yeah, soon. And at the end of the day, like, I want to be a nurse anesthetist, and
I want to be an anesthesiologist.
yeah, so we both
similar.
we both like putting people to sleep and doing funny stuff while they're sleeping. Just kidding. That's not appropriate. We will not
That's not
ever
what
do
actually
that.
happens.
Not trying to lose my license before I get it. But it's funny.
Hey guys.
What's up?
So we just kind of wanted to talk to you about why we stopped doing the last cut program that we were doing, because that one we did for probably like, what, like a month? 2 months?
Yeah, probably a month to 2, yeah.
Probably 2 months actually. And it just wasn't working. Like, I personally lost like 0.2 pounds in the second month.
Yeah, I started out, I lost a lot of weight to start, and then as soon as we really started cutting down our calories and cutting down the amount of fat and protein that we were having, I kind of plateaued. Like I said, I lost a ton of weight, but I definitely stopped at a certain point, and it lasted for about 3 weeks where I was maintaining the same weight, which isn't a bad thing, but for someone to me, I was still about like 15 to 20 pounds off of where I wanted to be.
Well, when you're cutting, you want to keep losing weight.
Exactly.
And then when you're cutting your calories to as low as they were, not seeing any results kind of doesn't really motivate you to keep going the next day.
You don't see results. It sucks. Especially when you look like Shrek like me.
No, it took us a couple weeks of trying it just to see if the plateau was going to be temporary, and then it just kept going, and we sat down and said, you know what, we got to do something different because this isn't working.
And honestly, it got to the point where it wasn't even fun to do the like lifestyle anymore. It got to the point where I was kind of like, I have to eat more, like especially with, I'm definitely not trying to like bulk or anything right now, but I like to have food in me throughout the day, and I just felt like at the end of the day when I was going to bed, I was almost
starving.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I kept texting you and saying, I'm starving, I can't eat anything, like all I can have is water. And
there's times I would kind of not, I wouldn't cheat by going off of keto, but I would definitely have like a slice of keto cheesecake, even though it was in my macros. And that wasn't all the time. That wasn't why I was maintaining the same weight. Like, it didn't happen all the time like that, but I don't know. It just got bad after a while.
It just got annoying. Like, I got down to, so the way that this cut worked is you kept decreasing your calories every week, and it honestly got to the point where I got down to like 1,500 calories, and that's really low for how much we go to the gym. Like, we go like 5 to 6 times a week.
Sorry, there's a sign that says dog poop problems, and made me laugh.
But for how often we exercise, like, it just wasn't enough of everything, and the protein got really low, so every meal I was eating like 2 ounces of ground beef or chicken, and
with a shit ton of fat.
It's just not as satisfying.
Can I say shit on camera?
Sure.
Okay. We'll bleep it out, don't worry. We won't bleep it out.
Yeah, so that's what kind of led us to changing how we were doing our macros and everything.
Yeah, and my big thing is too, like, I grew up playing hockey, so I trained a certain way for that, and I didn't really watch what I was eating, but I was used to putting so much more into my body because I'd practice 3 to 4 times a week, and then I'd have games every weekend. I'd go to the gym every day, so like I could have anywhere from like 25 to 2,900 calories a day, and it wouldn't affect me at all. So I really had to manage that, but I still like to train like harder like I did when I was playing hockey. So I realized that I need to put more fuel essentially in my body than what I was, and I feel so much better now. So
anyways, that's kind of why we stopped doing that cut, even though a lot of other people saw really great results. We're not gonna put the name of it out there or anything because it is a great program.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely saw results when I first started it. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, when the calories were up a lot higher and the fat was higher, it was awesome.
And the thing is too, when you're on keto, like, if you look it up, there's people tell you there's 100 different ways that you're supposed to train when you're on keto. Like, you're supposed to do lighter weight or only do like 4 to 5 exercises at the gym and like not lift heavy and all that. And like,
we're not about that.
Yeah, like I said, I train like I trained when I was in hockey, so I like to lift heavy weights and I like to do as like high up as I can. I'm not someone that just likes to do like lightweight. When I leave the gym, if I don't feel like I've absolutely like destroyed my body, so to speak, it's like a wasted workout to me.
I just like to do more exercises than that. I like going on Instagram and finding all these like cool workouts to try and doing a bunch of different workouts, and instead of going there and doing like 3 different exercises and being there for like half an hour, I usually don't leave until I've been there for like at least an hour and a half, especially on leg day.
Oh, leg day? We both love leg day.
Leg day is amazing.
Upper bodies for chimps.
So I checked out Keto Savage's website, and he's got a really awesome macro calculator, and oh, my hair's in my mouth. The way I calculated it was that it should be like 24, 25 carbs, and the one that we were doing before, I only had 10 carbs a day, so I felt like that one I lost the most weight with. So I took the rest of the grams of carbs and I added that to the protein, so my protein was up a little bit higher, and I mean, so far it's working. It's only been a couple days, but I haven't lost like any weight in the past month. In the past 2 days, I've already started losing weight again, so that's already one awesome sign.
I've been using Goody Beats is the guy's name. I think his first name's Logan. That sounds bad. I don't even know his, I think it is Logan, but I just go by his Instagram handle. At Goody Beats. Dude's like a straight keto genius. I started following his plan. I paid for his plan. It's like the keto like shred program, I think is what it's called. It was like 40 bucks. But I paid for that, and he kind of breaks down everything based on your age and your height and your weight and everything like that. So he sent me a really cool plan. He sent me a ton of different recipes. He kind of sent me a meal plan to go off of, which I kind of knew myself already, but my big thing with starting this is I like to not track my calories as much. I like to keep my macros like at 10 carbs, like right around there, maybe like 20 max, but I'm not really like a macro tracker.
Well, it takes a lot of time to like calculate everything every day.
I try to at times, but in my head, if I can go, okay, I had a Quest bar this morning and it had 4 net carbs, I have 6 carbs, like I can just remember that for the day. And then honestly, I try not to eat any more carbs after that, but if it happens, it happens. Like we said, we work out hard at the gym, so that sounds weird to say,
little bit more carbs is fine if you're working out.
Exactly, yeah.
Like everybody said that, Keto Connect says that, Jason Whitrock says that, Keto Savage says that.
And we don't say like go carb crazy, like we're not like.
But like a little bit higher is okay. So like if you eat like 20 in one day.
We're not trying to say like how some people say you need a carb load before the gym. Like if you want to, that's great.
I feel like I'd get sick at this point if I did that.
Yeah.
Haven't had more than like 20-ish grams.
I smelled a piece of bread the other day when I was passed out, but it's fine. But no, I mean, like some people carb load, that's just the way like some people, and that's the thing, like we started this like keto lifestyle, I mean what, so we really started taking it seriously since the new year, right?
New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Hey, we stuck with it. It's March.
We're those people.
It's almost April and we're still sticking with it, so one of the other things we wanted to talk to you guys about was stuff that we learned on our last cut and the changes we wanted to make with this one. So like, I noticed that I mean, we're not really eating that much less this time. Like, it's a 30% change in calories based on like your...
For you.
Yeah, for me. I mean, for you kind of too.
I guess
it's a calorie deficit, but it's just not like that big of a calorie deficit. Like, it's a maintainable deficit.
True.
So, obviously you don't need to do intermittent fasting if you don't like it, if it doesn't fit in your lifestyle. And
honestly, like what I would recommend too is when I first started was I didn't go for like long periods of fasting. Like I started like really, like I think there's a 5-hour fast. I don't know, that might be too low.
Maybe.
I can't think of the lowest one, but now, do you do the 16-8?
16-8,
yeah. So we do the 16-8 method, which is where you have an 8-hour window to eat and you have a 16-hour window where you don't eat. And for us, it kind of works well because we both work really early. So like she starts work at 5 o'clock in the morning, I start work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So we usually are fasting from like...
Usually like...
Probably like 7 or 8.
Yeah, 7 or 8
the night before till about like 11:30.
And our lunches, I mean, his lunch is scheduled, so
yeah, they line up like.
You kind of can't eat before that. I mean, you can, but like.
But it makes it really like it helps because, and plus we're both busy at our like. Right now I'm an anesthesia tech in the OR and she's a phlebotomist, so we're both like really busy. We don't just go to the hospital and sit around and do nothing. Like,
sometimes we do, but not always. But I know both of us have an app that lets us like track our intermittent fasting. So like mine right now, like we just ate dinner a little bit ago, so that's what mine looks like. And you don't need that. I
to start mine, so that's why I'm not showing you. Mine's called Life.
Mine's called Zero.
Mine is the same one that Keto Goody uses. That's why I use that one. Facts.
So, anyways, long story short, intermittent fasting is one thing we started doing.
Right.
We also started making our meals a lot simpler.
Yes.
So the plan that you have has all these like whole foods. We like to make like fun recipes sometimes, but we really simplified it.
Ours is it sounds funny because I said earlier that it's not all like eggs and bacon, but I eat like all eggs and bacon. Like my breakfast is usually 3 to 4 eggs, 3 to 4 pieces of bacon, and
well, we showed you our breakfast in this video,
oh,
so
yeah,
you'll see it.
Yeah, and usually throw in like an avocado for some extra fat, but like,
and some potassium.
Yeah, but like the big thing with my plan specifically is that compared to what I was eating before, it's a lot more of like the meat. Like there's a lot more steak, there's a lot more ribs, there's a lot more brisket, like that kind of stuff, which I love. Like I can eat that all the time, but that was one thing I noticed different from this, is that it's a lot more like the whole foods and the grass-fed beef than what I was eating before.
Yeah, well, like for an example, like usually for dinner we'll have like walking tacos or chicken, buffalo chicken casserole or something, and tonight we had ground beef, pork belly, some cheese, egg yolks, and I had green beans, and you had an avocado. So like,
love avocados.
Really simple meal.
Right.
Didn't take that long to throw together. It was just mostly meat and cheese, but it tastes really good. And it's really filling, surprisingly.
Right.
Especially when you can finally have more protein.
Well, and we had all that stuff, and we've been walking around here doing this vlog, and I don't feel hungry, I don't feel bloated, I don't feel heavy. Like I'm walking without, like, that's what's cool, is you can eat a good amount of stuff on keto and not feel like crap after you.
Yeah, like I know it's not about calories and everybody's calories are different and everything, but my dinner was 900 calories, and I'd say it's pretty filling.
Yeah.
Just like, a little.
What I would say too is, like, even if you're gonna try keto or you wanna do the keto lifestyle, like, you have to take your time and kind of like experiment with what works for you, because what works for us in keto might not work for you in keto.
Exactly.
Like, and that's what's
it even took us a while to figure out what works for us. Like, we thought the cut was gonna work because you're doing less and less calories. Like, scientifically, you eat less calories, you burn more, but that wasn't the case.
Especially with us.
Yeah. But so that's another thing we've been doing. With our workouts, I mean, we definitely need to do more cardio, which is why we're walking right now. Okay, just to summarize what we were talking about outside, things that we're gonna do differently with this cut are: 1, intermittent fasting; 2, eating simpler foods, so cleaner a little bit; and 3, doing more cardio, more HIIT, more high intensity interval training. And now that it's getting nicer outside, it's gonna be a lot easier to just go on walks like we were just doing.
Or runs.
Or runs, yeah. Because it's fun running outside when you see a different background, not just the screen on the treadmill and your phone. So that's what we're gonna try to do differently. We're gonna take you guys along for the process. We're gonna be uploading one of these videos every week just to show you guys our progress, what we're doing, what we've changed, what we've learned, all that good stuff.
Yeah, feel free to follow along if you want to.
Yeah, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave any comments below if there's any like specific stuff you want to see. But we're gonna be doing like this vlog was kind of all over the place because we're just trying to introduce you guys to us. Exactly. But if you want to see any like specific topics, like I can't even think of any right now, like how to make keto desserts, how to
if you guys have any questions,
workout questions,
feel free to drop, and we'll put like our social media below. We both have like accounts that are separate from each other, but we also have a combined one for this channel,
the Med Couple.
Yeah, so we'll put those down below as well, so you guys can definitely
be sure to follow along
with those, and send anything on, like any questions you guys have. I mean, you can drop in the comments here too as well.
Yeah, or DM us or something.
Slide in the DMs.
On our personal accounts, we definitely post more like medicine-y stuff. So if that's what you're into, go follow that along. Go follow along with that. And on our Med Couple account, it's kind of a mixture of like fitness, eating, and
our Med Couple account is honestly going to be more of the fitness aspect of it, but we will still include, you know, the medical stuff, the school stuff, like that kind of stuff, just not as often as we do on our personal accounts.
So be sure to follow along. Like I said, we'll be uploading one of these once a week, and stay tuned for the next one.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. So as we're editing this,
what's up, y'all?
As we're editing this, we realized one more thing. We wanted to show you guys our before pictures, so I'm gonna attach them right here. So this is our before pictures. We're gonna post progress pictures every so often. Don't know how often it's gonna be yet. Depends on how much progress we see.
Exactly.
But definitely one at the very end too. So just so you can compare. All right.
Bye.